Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm taking a look over another Transformers Studio Series 86 for you guys, and this time we're going to take a look over one of the Constructicons. And this one, I'm actually pretty excited to have it in my collection, and the one I'm going to take a look over is this right here. So this one we have here is the Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Constructicon Hook and Constructicon Long Haul. Now before we continue on, you guys do me a little bit of a quick favor, and I'll be right back. Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. So these two, I got them in my local Target, and I'm actually pretty excited for it. I was also trying to find Perceptor, but unfortunately they didn't have any, so I'm actually grateful I'm having a little bit of money to get him. I'm missing about $21, so yeah. So here is what the package style is going to look like. This is my second time owning a Commander class, because if you guys remember, even though this is a Studio Series review, I did a review on Superion, my first Commander class, and now these two are my second. I'm still trying to find Motor Master, but one of my boys is still keeping an eye out for me, so yeah. So here's one of the front of the packaging, what it's actually going to look like right here. And you can see the artwork of Hook and Long Haul together, battling and fighting in Autobot City. Pretty cool looking artwork, to be honest with you. Like, it's very cool. You got the Transformers the movie logo right here, the name, these two right there. For Hook, you can transform to 17 step, and for Long Haul, 19 step. Nothing at the top, minus the name and the logo of the movie. Nothing at the bottom. One side right here, you can see Hook and Long Haul vehicle mode right here, pretty nice. And the other side right here, the artwork of Devastator right there. These two are the 3 out of the 5. Yeah, for some reason they show like 3 out of the 5, while Scavenger and Bone Crusher say 2 out of the 6. So yeah, the back of the packaging right here, showing off everything you guys can see right here. So yeah, let me show you guys the accessory they both comes with, and so then we can start off with the review. So here it is, all the accessories that he comes with, and he comes with a lot of they both come with a lot of accessories. So right off the bat, here we have Hook crane on right here. Pretty good looking, I actually do like it a lot, and for some reason in my copy, it just extends out very stiff, and it's just, yeah, I have no clue why. I know some people's going to tell me in the comment section, we'll disassemble it and try to put a little bit of lubricant. The only problem is there's a pin right here, so I can't. So, and also, it does go up and down a little bit. It is a bit stiff, but I understand now why they did that. Because if they leave it loose, yeah, they'll be flopping around. And that's actually connected to the top right here for Hook and the crane arm. And the hook can actually move like that, side forward and back, so yeah. So let's put him to the side for now. We have Devastator hands right here. It's actually a separate piece. They could go into the rocket pods right here, but I'll show it in a moment. There's 2 pickles right here that could peg in to the trailer right there, which I'll show it off in a moment. They do have some finger articulation. Unfortunately, it's not together. It's just like that, which kind of sucks. I know DNA Design going to make an upgrade kit for this, so that's actually pretty cool. The rocket pods right there, sculpted, and this like by the look of it, it's almost look like a charcoal black, but it's like a different shade. It's like a darker shade of gray or a different shade of black. I'm not sure, but they all go in like that. You have to twist the hands, folded, and there you go. Both sides. You can't just like do it like that, or you will actually cause stress to the plastic. Just grab it like this. There you go. Let's put it to the side for now. Here we have Long Haul gun. These two guys are separate pieces, but you can put it together, and there you go. Cast, and the camera won't even focus. I hate you so much, phone. This is cast in green. This is cast in like I said, like a darker shade of gray. Looks pretty cool. Hooks, blaster right here, sculpted very well. I like it a lot. The wing pieces for Devastator, which is the chest piece that you guys can see. So this is the chest piece right here, sculpted very well, and I think I love it so much. This chest piece of Devastator right here, pretty cool. And there's a pickle right there, so you can hold it and you can use it as a weapon right there, which is actually pretty nice. And the trailer right here that you guys can see, which I am going to show off later on after I'm done showing Long Haul vehicle mode. So yeah. So first thing first, we're actually going to start it off with Hook's vehicle mode, and there he is. And right off the bat, the painted sculpted detail on him looks pretty cool. He has so much green on him and a little bit of purple right here in the middle, mostly because this right here is the combiner head, and the painted sculpted detail in the vehicle mode is so cool. Hasbro did a great job putting in a lot of detailing and a lot of work on him, and I love this one so much. Now, unfortunately, he does have a little missing purple in the window right here, but of course this part right here will be the connection peg for the combined form. Same thing right here. If you guys can see right there, that is also combined form right there. The only problem is the visible hand syndrome is right down here, so there's no way to fix this. There's a gap right there, of course, so duh. Forgot to, I was gonna say forgot to mention one thing, but one thing I actually do like about him, he does roll pretty well. Don't want to say it. The only problem is he does need a little bit more paint to it, like right here, maybe a little bit of gunmetal gray right there, on this right here. He does need, like I said, he does need a little bit more paint to it, and like I am like, you know, doing like G1 but modern, you know, which I know a lot of people are gonna complaining and bitching about it. Look, I custom paint my figures what I want, so if you guys don't like it, go complain to someone else who gives a crap. So they will tell you, why are you telling me this? I don't care. It's my job. It's my figure. I do whatever I want. The only problem is the hands does stick out. That kind of sucks. But this is the only way you can have the hands out like that, because if you try to fold it in, it won't go in. So yeah, the feet is actually tucked away down here, which is actually pretty cool. I actually do like this a lot. The Constructicon symbol right here and the robot chest right here, so that's actually pretty cool. And you can see the sculpted wheels down here, not even painted black, so it is kind of disappointing, but I am going to paint it that. And he does have an articulation from the crane arm. The hook, the crane arm can go up that far, full 360 right there, and it does extend about that far, which my copy is so fucking stiff, and you can move up and down like that. So you can do a lot of like awesome scenery of him and the rest of the Constructicon working on something, or him when his fellow friend Road Hauler, I hope I got the name right. I need to check because I keep forgetting it. So yeah. Weapon search, by the way, there's a little pickle right there that you can plug it in right there. And that's actually pretty cool. So yeah. I know there's two pickles right there, but you can't plug it in because of the magazine right there that's sticking out. So it's kind of sucks. And that pretty much does it for Hook. Now we're getting on with Long Haul. Oh yeah, by the way, comparing this to the Combiner Wars version, this one right here, like the Combiner Wars version of Long Haul, he can carry a lot of accessories. I forgot to mention one thing. I just want to mention you that if you guys have like a Combiner Wars version of what the Constructicons, do a comparison between all 6 members of it, comparing with the one we have today. This is a better version. There's like a downscale version, but also a better version than the Combiner Wars version, because of course, scrapper legs, snap. So anyways, Long Haul, on the other hand, does look very cool. A dump truck is fantastic. This vehicle mode is actually one of the greatest. Like, I love this a lot. Here's the best thing about Long Haul. When you flip this down, which is also part of the transformation, you can actually see, sorry about that, you can actually see the inside of the motor right there, and it's sculpted so well. Like, holy crap. Hasbro did a lot of, like, you know, sculpting on this right there, and it's pretty top notch. Constructicon symbol right there on the front of the dump truck looks awesome. It does actually roll pretty well. I want to mention one thing, and this is actually a good looking compact dump truck. The hands are in there, the head is down here. The part of it right there is the robot legs, and the feet is right there, but it doesn't even, you know, showing any robot kibble. And this is actually one of the best. And of course, you got a giant gap right there, but who gives a shit about it anyways? You do have a little bit of red right here for the kneecaps, so duh. And also, by the way, down here, if you guys can see, this is actually painted in. And if the camera can't even focus, please stop doing that. You see the color is not the same thing? Yeah. But it is actually pretty cool what Hasbro did, so yeah. There's 2 pickles right there for weapon storage, so you can plug into the side, like so. And there you go. And this is a good looking vehicle mode for Long Haul. But we're not even finished yet. Now we're actually getting on with the trailer right there. And this is actually the thigh piece right there for Devastator. So this is the combination part, so don't lose this. And to be honest with you, this is actually pretty cool. Like, the legs are compact very, very well. And I think Hasbro pretty good job on this right here. And it's so cool. Like, I'm loving it so much right now. This one is actually have weapon storage of it also. So let's bring in the components right here. All I like to do is starting off pulling this down because you want to bring the chest piece of Devastator. There's 2 slots right there, and these tabs will go into right there. Like so. Then you bring this back up like that. Now for the rocket pods, flip out the peg right here, and you can plug it in to the trailer part, the upper part of the trailer like that. And if you remember the Combiner Wars version, the Combiner hands can go into long haul because he can store all the Constructicon weapons. Now there's a tab right there and going to this slot right there. For the wings, same thing on the other side. God damn it. Sometimes they will pop off, and if you guys have an issue with it, I'll do a YouTube short on it, how to fix it, so yeah. And now, to connecting that, you just go to the back, split the legs, split the dump truck just a little bit. Then you want to have all this go in. Just push the legs together. And just make sure none of the components pop off by accident. Because sometimes it will does that. But my copy doesn't have that issue, so thank God for that. And there you go. You know, I'm pretty happy what Hasbro did with this. And it's actually pretty cool. Longhaul now can carry all the heavy stuff in the back. And that is so awesome what they did. Like, you can move it side to side, forward and backwards. It's so cool. I love this a lot. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is good? Or some of you guys will still want to complain that sucks? Like your mom. I'm just kidding. I should probably shut up what I'm saying or I get into trouble. So yeah. And side by side together right here. You can see long haul. It's a little bit, let's see what I meant. They're almost the same, but hook crane arm right there. And comparing the others with the other Constructicons, with Bone Crusher, he's a bit shorter. And for Scavenger, almost, I said almost, which by the way, spoiler for people who follow me on Instagram, I am going to post this soon after I'm done recording this. So, a little teaser right there. So yeah. So as the time of this recording, I am going to show you guys the combination mode. I'm not going to do the combination mode for how to connect it in, but that will be in a separate video for Devastator. So yeah, but you guys already seen the combination mode for this right here for Scrapper and Bone Crusher. Now I am going to show you guys for Hook and Long Haul. So yeah. So yeah, well, before we do that, I'll be right back, just for a second. Alright, I'm back. I have to like feed my cat for the moment, so yeah. So we're gonna do the combination form, then show you guys like everything, then transform it back to vehicle mode, so you can transform these two into their robot mode. Even though some of you guys gonna tell me just do the combination mode on a separate video, well, I am gonna do that if I have all 6 members. So people in the comment section, please do me a favor, shut up, okay? So the first thing to do, we need to detach this, and let's do with the thigh first and all the way to the head, so it's much easier and faster. So the first thing to do is by removing all the weapons and put every single one of them to the side for now. Now for this, remove the wings out of the way, bring out the rocket pod, then you want to twist this out. Now if you already got Scavenger, I would recommend, you know, flip this out and bring the hands on like that. Even though I don't have him yet, but I am actually planning to get him soon. Now have this out, twist it like that. And for the chest, bring this out, detach it, so there we go. So for this, You want to start it off by coming to this piece right down here. Then you want to flip both of them up and connect it together. This is actually connected very, very well, and it's actually pretty cool. Next thing to do is detach the front skirt right here. Then you want to disconnect everything right here. You guys can see everything is on a hinge here, 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 and here. Plus another hinge right there, so yeah. Bring the thighs down and bring the front skirt down. And that's a lot of ratchet joint, by the way. Now you want to fold everything in. Like so. Then you want to bring this down like so. Now I was going to say, is there anything else? But no, you just want to have it like this. And you want to keep it like that for now. So that's the thigh piece. The thigh piece done and the lower body for the combination mode. Now we're going to start it off with long haul. So first thing to do is by disconnecting this part right there. Then you want to make sure everything's out of the way. You want to bring this piece down like that, and these two will connect down here like so. So if you guys can see, this will connect it in, and these part right there will fold in like that. Bring out the arms, but first disconnect this. There's a tab right there, and to go into this slot right there. You can barely see it, but bring out the arms like that. Then next thing to do is this tab right there to go into this slot right there. Then you want to connect it in like that. And this part just move around like that, so thank God for that. You want to do the same thing on the other side. And just make sure you don't pinch yourself with it, because I actually kind of did it when I was doing the transformation. You know, I opened the pack to figure first to see, you know, mess around with the articulation to see if there's any issues, if I had to start before I started the recording, so yeah. Next thing to do, before you connect everything in, flip out these, and don't connect them yet. If the lace does disconnected, just push them back in. Now, this part right here will connect it to this part right here. And you want these two parts to go into this part right here. So, connect it in. It will be a pain in the ass to deal with this, to connect all of this shit in. And if it starts doing that, make sure you start cursing and screaming if you feel frustrated. Or if you're an adult, I would recommend to drink. I would have something to have a drink, but if you're, which by the way, this is not made for kids. This is for adults collectors only. So, for all the little bastards out there, go away. You guys already ruined YouTube so much. So, connect it in, like so. This always happens again. Connect. Connect! There we go. And, like I said, this right here will go in, like that. Now the heels will connect it right here, so it'll be secure in. And it's actually pretty cool. You have these two securing in without any issues. And for this, just put it to the side, whatever you want, because there's nothing no way to actually fold it in because of this part right there, so yeah. So you got this part done. And let's put it to the side for now. Now we can get it on with hook. First thing to do is by move the crane arm a little bit and have it like that. Like this so far. I would recommend to disconnect it first because sometimes it does get in the way. And it's much easier and better, so yeah. So first thing to do is by move this to the side like that. And I recommend to move this back piece for now. Disconnect the arms for the moment. You're not transforming to the robot mode. And you want to, by the way, you want to bring this up like that. Bring the feet, bring the feet down like that, but also because you also need some clearance. Now this thing is on a bunch of hinges, so y'all might want to start your insanity right now. Flip the hands, both hands like so. Like I said, prepare for your insanity because this is a master cluster right there. And plus, the sake for your entertainment and the sake for my insanity. Bring the arms, bring both of the elbows down like that. Oh my god, this is the part of the recording that I'm gonna lose my shit right now because this is gonna be a floppy mess, and I know some of you guys gonna tell me I'm doing everything wrong, that I should stop doing my channel, that I should go end it all. Well, guess what? I've been trying to do this for 11 freaking years, so shut up. Plus with my depression. There we go. You just want to make sure this connected in. Now, there's a tab right there and to go into this slot right there. Connect that in. And you want to have this part connecting like that. Make sure this part right there, the right arm, facing down like that. Connect Devastator head like that. And I think I might got something wrong. Something's ain't right. I'll be right back. Alright, I double check everything, I got everything right. Now bring the feet in like that. Now for Devastator face, open this part up, have the face out, connect that in. Bring this part in. Now, there's going to be some connection points. There's a connection here, and you want to, forgot to mention one thing, you want to bring this out. Also forgot to mention one thing, bring another connection, arms like that. But like I said, I'm not going to transform Bone Crusher into combined form, so yeah. But if you guys are wondering how you're going to do it, I'll do a YouTube short for it for you guys, so calm down. So this part will connect into this down here, and this connect to over there. There we go. And now here we go. We got Devastator fully completed. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking. Now connect these two to the side. And I saw this on YouTube. I don't remember which YouTuber is. The easy way to connect the chest piece is by bringing this down. I gotta bring the tripod legs up for this. So open this part. Connect that in right there. And these tabs right there will go into this groove right there. In this chest piece. And you wanna make sure it will go in. Sometimes it will go in, sometimes it does not. Sometimes it will destroy your insanity. Like I said, sometimes it will destroy your insanity. And there we go. It goes in. And there you have Devastator in his combined form for the body and the waist. It looks so cool. It does look okay. You do have some like vehicle kibble like in the crane arm right there, but it doesn't actually interfere for anything like the other articulation. Minus you do have a giant backpack right there, and bunch of other stuff that sticks out like a sore thumb. Yeah, some of the part does stick out like a sore thumb, and yeah, the back doesn't look great. So yeah. I am going to do the articulation, minus he doesn't have the arms, so articulation wide, head does go full 360. Let's go, by the way, does looks okay, but I know some people wanted like an alternate face while he was like, you know, he's screaming. So, like I said, don't worry, DNA design will do this for you guys, so calm down. Waist can go side to side only because of this part interferes, so that's kind of sucks. Front skirt can go up and down. Legs can go forward, back, in and out, 360 on the thigh, and a ankle pivot right here to go this far. So articulation is okay, depending how, you know, depending on the how limited for the, you know, the combined forms. So yeah, and then pretty much that's it. So yeah, and by the way, there is some gaps somewhere in the side. Yeah, there's a gap right there, and the rest of the other gap right there. So yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna transform them back. I'm going to transform Hook and Long Haul back to the vehicle mode so we could do the robot mode and give them the final pose, so yeah. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got everything. I got these two back. They're vehicle mode. I know some of you guys are still going to tell me you should have done it in combined form, you know, combine it to robot. Can you just please let me do my job, alright? So, let's start it off with Hook. Hook is actually pretty easy and simple. When I actually mess around with it for the first time, he's kind of a bit, so yeah. So the first thing to do is bring out the crane arm just a little bit out, and you want to bring the hook in, and there you go. And I like to do, which I do recommend, move this to the side for now, because you want this out of the way. Now come out to the front, flip the back out like that. You want to bring this up, it's on a double hinge. There's a hinge here, and there's a hinge up there. And this will go into this part right there. Like so. Don't bring these two down yet, because you want to have the arms down. So disconnect the arms. There's a tab, this here and here. They go into this slot here and here. If you transform into robot to vehicle, so yeah. So bring this out. Bring the arms down like that. The hands will stay out like that because it's actually the best way to do, you know, for robot to vehicle, so yeah. Now, for the legs, I'm starting off with disconnecting the feet. Disconnect this. Then you want to bring this out like that. Disconnect the heels from the thigh. Well, not the thigh, from the shins. Then you want to connect it in. Disconnect the legs, like so. Bring the shoulder pad down like that. Bring the crane arm like that. If you want to bring it out like this, or just leave it down, it's your choice. Sometimes the crane arm can be a third leg, even though the figure doesn't have any issues with it. But if your copy does have it, I would recommend to keep this one as a third leg. Well, like I said, in case your third copy has some issues, so yeah. And there you go, you got Hook in his robot mode. All done. Now it's actually getting on with Long Haul, which he's actually the most easy one to do. So come by to the back part of the vehicle mode and disconnect. These two will connect it right here, which of course is the knees of the robot. So connect that, split the legs, flip out the heel spur, like so. Disconnect this part, becomes the robot arm. Full everything back. Open this part up, and you want to bring this down like that, and you want to hear this sound. This will connect it in. Connect that. Make sure the head's straightened out. The arms. Connect this part right here. Flip out the hand. Bring the arms down. Same thing on the other side, which this is the coolest thing what Hasbro did, is by using this part right here to connect in, and it's actually pretty cool. Now for the back, fold it like this, and there you have Long Haul in his robot mode. His transformation is actually easy and simple, and this is actually one of the best things to do. Comparing these two for a size comparison, I think Longhorn is a bit taller than a Hook. I'm not sure, but yeah, these two actually look great together side by side. So let's put Longhorn out of the way so we can have Hook for now. And this is a good looking robot mode for Hook. And holy crap, this is actually cool. The painting is got the detailing. Thus looks amazing. You do have a little bit of gray right there, and I have a little bit of the shit. And you do have a little bit of the purple right here also. And Hasbro actually did a good job of it. Now comparing this one with the Combined Wars version, this is actually like a better version of it right here. Because if you guys remember, and also if I can remember, the thigh, there's like a giant gap right there from the original Combined Wars version. And the arms though, like a giant like gap right there somewhere. Yeah, the Combined Wars version of Hook was awful. Like very awful. Yeah, the only problem is his like the bicep right here, like the forearms right here are short. I'm sorry. He does look stupid if you ask me. Head sculpt does look okay, I guess. Like, to be honest with you, like, looking closely to the head sculpt, he does look okay. Articulation-wise, head only can go left and right because of the design of the head and the design of the body, so that's how it can go. Shoulder pad can go up and down like that. If you have that up, you can move the shoulder up and down like that. Arms only can go forward. Nothing much back, but if you have it at an angle, you can have like a full 360 right there. But it's actually not that much. You do have a bicep swivel right here. There's a mushroom pec right there. A double bend in the elbow right there. Wrist can go in and out like that, but that do it for the combination form. So, it's not much. No waist swivel, unfortunately, because of the combiner head right there. Legs can go forward, back, does go in and out. You do have a thigh swivel and a mushroom peg. A bend of the knee and the ankle pivot right there. So, possibility for this figure is somewhat limited, so yeah. And here we have with his gun right here, just connected in, and there you go. There's actually not much of it to say about Hook. That is a good figure, but possibility for him is very limited, so yeah. And now we're getting on with Long Haul. And holy crap, Long Haul is actually pretty good. You do have some of the vehicle kibble sticking out, which is this part right there. The back, on the other hand, is actually is clean as hell, and then damn, they still a pretty good job. He has so much green in it, not enough purple. You do have a little bit of purple on the knees right there for the legs, but like I said, he needs a lot of more purple of it. So yeah, I wish I am going to custom paint it to give him more looks, so duh. Head sculpt on the other hand, he does look pretty okay. I like it a lot, minus this part right there is not great, but yeah. Unfortunately, also, he doesn't have any waist articulation, which kind of sucks, and no wrist articulation. So that's also kind of sucks. You do have a little bit of red right there on this part right there, so there you go. And if I can remember, I think the Combined Wars version, they have like a giant gap right there, but for this one, he doesn't. It's just all in perfectly well. It's a good looking figure, so yeah. Yeah, the recording just stopped itself, and yeah, I forgot to do the stop recording. So articulation wise, head does go full 360 right here. It's on a ball joint, does go up and down, a little bit of pivot, I guess. Arms is on a mushroom peg, so does go full 360 right there. Arms can go in and out. Bend in the elbow right here is on a ball joint, and also a full 360 right there. Like I said, wrist can go in and out like that. That's for the transformation, which is kind of bullshit. No waist articulation, also bullshit. Legs can go forward, can go back that far, Jesus Christ. Legs can go in and out, thigh swivel right there, mushroom peg. Knees can go all the way like that, but that due to the transformation, still, Jesus Christ. Ankle pivot, 90-degree bend, no up and down. So articulation for this figure is also good. But like I said, no waist and no wrist, and plug into the goddamn gun. There you go. So for these two together, for a Commander class price for $90, that's okay, I guess. I'm just saying, you know. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give him the final post and give you guys my final results, so I'll be right back. Overall, these two are great together, and for Combiner, I love this a lot. I think Longhaul is actually one of the coolest character ever, but Hook has gotta be my favorite because the vehicle mode is so awesome, and I love this one a lot. So yeah, I do highly recommend it to get this in your collection before gone, because in the future, I'm actually predicting this figure will probably go up for $150, depending on the quality of it and the rarity. So yeah. So yeah, that pretty much that's it. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna end this right here. So have fun, stay safe, and I'm out.